I hear you to a certain extent, and I think we're learning our lessons maybe the hard way. But Joseph, let me draw you in the conversation of admissions in different hospitals. Agatha hit it on it. The problem is there are so many hospitals currently where you have to deposit at least 15 million upon admission. Some hospitals charge 5 million shillings a day. Someone tweeted and tagged me and said that their patient died, but they have refused to give them the body because they have not been able to pay the 25 million that the hospitals are demanding. The situation is really dire. In public hospitals, most of them are full, and other people are complaining that it's for sale. You have to pay some little money to get you onto the beds. It's a crazy situation. Do you think government needs to come in and manage the hospitals?
Government have been the biggest beneficiaries of the COVID. These people are just catching up with the whole beneficiary thing. There is not going to be any serious solution from government. Let's be honest about it. It's like we don't live in Uganda. Here is the thing. Since COVID started, there's been a lot of profiteering, and not from hospitals. Hospitals have only just gotten in on the act. Okay, there's been right now, I'll tell you this. If you fly from Kenya, you have to have a COVID test certificate. You fly into Uganda, a flight which takes less than 1 hour, you have to come here and pay 250,000 shillings and to test you. All the people with whom you were on the plane were tested. It is a money-making venture. It's only in Uganda. If you come from Uganda with a negative COVID certificate and fly into Kenya, nobody is asking you to be tested. But Uganda, because we've seen the opportunity for money, somebody comes up and says, we have to test you here, and you wait a certain number of hours before we clear you to go. But you had a test from whichever country you came from. Those tests are valid for 72 hours, for crying out loud. There is no flight that lasts 72 hours, so there is no need for that test, but somebody is making money. Everywhere, people are making money, and you've had that, and it's a whole, there is a lot of COVID profiteering. And now once it goes into the profiteering, then everybody wants in on the act. So the hospitals are just getting in on the act. I mean, by the looks of things, it would be cheaper. It will soon be cheaper to treat cancer than COVID. I mean, where is the logic in that? There is none whatsoever. But because people see this is where the money, so first deposit this amount of money, first do what? Let me tell you something. And then even when you deposit the money, what treatment is being given for COVID? If you need oxygen, that's a totally different thing. And maybe there you really are at the massive. But what treatment is being given in those hospitals? And what is it worth that amount of money? People also have to gauge themselves. You see, when Ona is saying his children are scared, you think I can let my children watch this news where it's talking about COVID from beginning to end? They don't. Even I stopped watching news in March 2020. Because I realized the only thing people are talking about is death. Me, I'm alive, and I'm still alive. I'm still in town. So I don't want to project death on myself or on the people around me. So I know where to get my news.
Okay.
I'm not saying, of course, there is a lot of news we watch. Don't get jittery, because when it's not COVID, I enjoy watching news. But the truth is, when the headlines, this what I say, hey, okay, have yourselves a nice evening. Let me find something else to do that is uplifting.
Okay.
Because I have that responsibility. But now, going back to your question, Solomon, of the hospitals, the whole COVID profiteering, the whole venture, okay, the whole COVID thing started a long time ago. And I am telling you, I have seen buildings rising up in town, and I know they are owned by people who are getting COVID money. I'll tell you that our national debt was 47 trillion in March 2020. It is now 67 trillion. I will not say all of it has been taken, for COVID purposes. Of course, there are other things that have been taken. But imagine rising in 1 year, just over a year, by 20 trillion Uganda shillings. And much of it has been taken in COVID response. And we don't even have oxygen.
Okay.
How much is oxygen? And we don't even have any serious government response. And we are not going to have. So the thing is, that money is going somewhere. And she's saying, where did the money go? Of course we know where it goes.
Okay, all right, guys, it's